Hey, welcome. So glad you're here. Today, we're diving into something I think we could all use a little more of in our lives: calm. In a world that just keeps getting faster and louder, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But we're going to break down 10 super simple, totally doable ways to stay mindful and stress-free.
And let's be real, right? It kind of feels like stress is just the new normal. The pressure from work, from our personal lives, from, well, everything, can make that feeling of tension seem like it's just part of the package of being alive today.
But what if it doesn't have to be that way? Seriously, what if finding that sense of peace and control isn't some big, complicated secret you have to unlock? What if it's actually just a bunch of small, simple habits? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into.
All right, so let's jump right in. Our first few tips are all about grounding your mind. Think of these as your personal toolkit, powerful techniques you can use anytime, anywhere to just come back to center.
First up, the most powerful tool you have, and is with you all the time: your breath. Seriously, the beauty of this is how simple it is. The next time you feel that wave of stress or anger coming on, just pause. That's it. Take 5 slow, deep breaths, in and out. It's like flipping a switch that tells your nervous system, hey, we're okay. It's an instant reset button.
Okay, tip number 2, meditation. And I know that word can sound big and intimidating, but we're stripping it way back. We're talking 5, maybe 10 minutes a day. The goal isn't to have a perfectly blank mind. That's basically impossible. The goal is just to practice, to notice your breath, and when a thought pops up, you just gently let it float by. No big deal.
And that right there is the real prize. See, it's not just about feeling good for those 10 minutes. When you do it consistently, you're building something. You're cultivating this deep, lasting sense of inner peace that you start to carry with you all day long.
And that leads us perfectly to tip number 3, stay in the present moment. Think about it. So much of our stress comes from replaying things that already happened, or worrying about a future that isn't even here yet. The practice is to gently pull your focus back to right now. Feel the chair you're sitting in. Hear the sounds around you. This moment is the only one that's real.
So, we've looked inward, right? Now let's talk about the world around us. These next tips are all about how you can shape your environment and your surroundings to create a space that actually supports your peace of mind.
Let's start with what you're hearing. Tip 4 is to listen to calm music. The sounds around you have a direct impact on your body and your mood. Things like soft instrumental music, the sound of rain, or even some simple chants can literally help your brain relax and can even slow your heart rate. So, why not make a calm playlist you can turn to anytime?
For our 7th tip, we're heading outside. And listen, you don't need to go on some epic hike. The healing power of nature is in a simple walk around the block, or just sitting on a park bench and watching the clouds. There's real science here. Being in nature is proven to lower our stress hormones and just makes us feel better.
All right, tip 9 is a big one for our modern world: our relationship with our phones. The endless scrolling, the comparison game, the constant notifications, it's literally designed to create anxiety. The solution? Be intentional. Schedule time to put the phone away. Take a digital break and just be present in your actual, real life.
Okay, let's shift gears a little. Our next set of strategies is all about how we connect with the world outside of ourselves, with nature, with other people, and yeah, even with our phones.
Now, tip number 5 is a total game changer: positive self-talk. You've got to start paying attention to that voice inside your head. The goal is to catch that negative thought, that little voice that says, I can't do this, and consciously, intentionally flip the script to something empowering like, wait a minute, I am strong, I can do this.
And this is the whole philosophy in a nutshell. Your thoughts are literally the architects of your reality. When you start building a more positive inner world, you are actively creating a more positive and peaceful outer world for yourself. Tip 6 sounds so obvious, but how many of us actually do it? Take breaks. Grinding yourself into the ground isn't a badge of honor. It's just a recipe for burnout. Taking a few minutes to stand up, stretch, grab a glass of water, that's not being lazy. It's a crucial strategy for staying sharp and feeling good.
And here's tip number 8, which is just beautiful. One of the fastest ways to feel better about your own life is to help someone else. When you shift your focus outward with a small act of kindness, it does something amazing for your own spirit. It lifts you up, reminds you we're all connected, and brings this incredible sense of peace.
And that brings us to our 10th and final tip. This one feels less like a technique and more like a whole new way of seeing the world. It's a foundational mindset that can honestly change everything.
let's talk about the power of gratitude.
So how do we actually do this? It's so simple. Just take one moment every single day to consciously think of something you're thankful for. Maybe it's your health, your family, or just the cup of coffee in your hand. This isn't just about feeling good. You are literally training your brain to look for the positive. You're rewiring it.
And that's exactly why it is so incredibly powerful. It's almost impossible to feel grateful and negative at the same time. They can't exist in the same space. So when you actively focus on what's good, you're basically starving those negative thoughts of the attention they need to survive.
So, there you have it. 10 powerful ideas, from breathing and meditating to being kind and grateful. But, just knowing these things isn't the magic key. The real transformation happens when you start weaving them into your actual life. This becomes your personal path to peace.
And I really want you to hear this final thought. Staying calm is not some impossible, mystical thing that only monks on a mountaintop can achieve. It is a skill, and just like any skill, you get better with practice. By turning these tips into daily habits, you are actively teaching your mind and body how to be peaceful from the inside out.
So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this one question. Don't feel like you have to do all 10 things at once. That would be stressful. Just look back over these ideas and ask yourself, which one small habit, which tiny step can I start today to begin building my own inner peace?